last week was spring break for me, and so I had multiple opportunities to look for comics in strange and unusual places to quote Lunch Money Comics over on his YouTube channel. Uh, so I'd like to share what I found. So before we get started, thank you for watching my video. This is James for Read More Comics. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button up in the corner, the little bell, so that way you'll get notified whenever I post new content. I'm going to be posting actually several different videos sharing my comic book haul because it is quite prodigious. That's the word I'm looking for. Enunciation is kind of a struggle right now. So why don't we go ahead and dig in, see what I found. This first one, this was actually my wife and I did some traveling over the break. I had a chance before we left to hit up my local half-price books. This is one of the places I enjoy going to every 2 weeks or monthly to give stock kind of an opportunity to kind of change as people bring in new books and they restock their comic book section of the store in the town right next door in Mishawaka. I typically go in there, and one of the kind of preeminent places right up in front is Batman. That's connected to my collecting goal this year. I've been trying to get complete my volume 1 run, which is going to go from issue 400 to the end. And I'm down to about the last 50 books or so. My preference is to find them in the wild. And I've had some luck, but there are certain issues I'm finding that are just more difficult, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'm wondering if, and this is something I need to research, maybe if the comic book boom of the 90s is a part of that. Like some of the issues I'm looking at are just after that boom, and so there wasn't as much, as large production runs as before that bubble burst. Okay, that's just a hypothesis of mine. So let's get to it. Oh, sorry, I need to transition segue to why we're going to see what we see. So I look in Batman first. While there were a lot of books that looked intriguing, none of them were helping me fill my run. And then there are a couple other places I look at. I look at, they have some Uncanny X-Men drawers, because I've been working on that run. That's not my collecting goal this year. But if you haven't been watching it, X-Men 97 has been stellar and has kind of reinvigorated me as a collector and wanting to complete that run. I look at Captain America. I look at Fantastic Four. I look for Conan the Barbarian. And then there's some new 52 runs that I've had some luck that I know are going to probably be dollar bin fodder. Aquaman, Batgirl, Catwoman. All things that I have found to kind of engage me. I cut my teeth as an adult collector on New 52, and while I know it was controversial and some of the runs weren't necessarily as good as before or after, there are some stories I just want to have a part of my collection. Okay, so Batman, I found nada that I needed for my collection, but I did find some X-Men books, some Captain America books. So let me show you what I found. This is going to be part of, and so my goal for Uncanny X-Men is going from issue 200 all the way to issue 600, the end of the Bendis run. And I think this is volume 1, 2, 3, and then 4, I think. I have to double check my CLZ app. And so I've had some luck with some parts of the run, like early issues, like going from issue 300 on into, I want to say the 400s. I have a good solid chunk. Between 2 and 300, I'm still working on those. Some of those are some really heavy keys. And so the book or books have a monetary value that I'm just not willing to invest at this point. I'm hoping to find them in the wild at a better price. And then some of the later books I'm struggling with, but I'm still finding some luck. These are from both volume 1 and volume 2. The first one is the earliest book. This is actually a minor key I got for $1.50. Do I expect it's ever going to go up in value? We'll see. The character that this is a second appearance to, I'm sorry, second appearance to, is Guido. He would become a interesting figure in X-Force. Back in the day, this was when I was in college. I used to play Marvel superheroes with some friends. There's a guy who played Guido, would do the accent and everything. It was amazing. So Guido is kind of close to my heart right there. And then let me kind of put these in piles. This is kind of later in the run. We have a nice Nightcrawler cover. And then so this was X-Men 233. I think this is part of the Karen Gillan run right at the end. No, this is Brubaker. Okay, haven't read this yet. So this is 475. 476. I'm not sure who that is. This is 478. Havoc on the cover. 484. And that's it for volume 1. Okay. The next chunk is volume 2, which with this, I am almost finished with the run. I think I have one book left. So I think I just need issue number 8. Have to check CLZ. This, and I think this begins at the end of volume 1. Colossus becomes, or he ends up getting the powers of Juggernaut. Okay. So cool cover. This is issue number 4. Issue number 5 with Psylocke right there. I'm not sure who this cover is showing. We see Psylocke, and then it's some armored figure. Oh, it's the Immortal Man. Issue number 6. This is issue number 9. We got Captain America on the cover with Magneto, Iron Man, and I think that's Magic. Issue number 9. Issue number 10 is really a cool piece of art. I love those covers where the art is breaking through the trade dress, and we're going to see this on issue number 10. I'm not sure who the character that's dominating the middle of the cover is. And if you just look at the top, it looks like this particular figure is ginormous, but you can see down here, whoever this is, it's not. We got issue number 17. And then I think this is, okay, this is number 18. This is not the final. This is the final right here, issue number 20, with the X-Men cast right here. Again, an aside, if you have not seen X-Men 97, it is hands down the best X-Men storytelling I've ever seen. And I thoroughly enjoyed the original trilogy, the prequel. I loved the 92 series. Went back, rewatched that just to kind of fill in time as I was waiting for the next episode of 97 to drop. Some of those episodes haven't aged too well. And sometimes the art, especially in some of the earlier episodes, a little clunky, but still good storytelling. Next up, we have Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. This was a little mini crossover between the two teams. And I think this is the first crossover with these two teams, which is why I'm collecting them. I have X-Men versus Fantastic Four, the second volume. I need the first volume, which came out in the 90s, I believe. So this is an earlier book right here. Pretty cool, though. And then the rest are a part of my Brubaker run for Captain America. And with these books, I am down to just a handful. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of these titles that I also finish by the end of the year. I've been noticing in my CLZ app, there are several runs that I've been working on for years that I am I'm like at the cusp of completing them. With Captain America, there are a couple money books, like I think it's the first full appearance of Winter Soldier. I'm hoping to find in the raw, in a good copy, and hopefully eventually I'll find something like that in the wild. Most of these have been purchases in the wild. So we got issue number 2. Here we got issue number 5. Issue number 9. This is a really cool kind of combat cover. We got the helicarrier in the background and Nick Fury right there in the front. This one, issue number 10, shows old Captain America. And then finally issue number 17. So that's it. Those are all my pickups from the half price books in the town right next door. If you did like this video, thank you for watching and sticking through the end. Please do like, share, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell in the corner. And don't forget to read more comics.